the difference between breaking down the institutional barrier or that personal othering of people really, I guess, comes down to what they're being presented, how they're being presented politically. And as much as you're going to want to change somebody's mind, there's always going to be somebody who might not be willing to change their mind. Is there any any advice you could probably, I guess, provide for people who would like to have this kind of conversation with somebody who may not be willing to budge on points and may be constantly criticizing character?
I think it boils down to we have to remember that we are people first. We have policy and beliefs and ideology, but we're people. And when you could listen, online and social media has really empowered people to criticize and tear down and embolden people to do it because they don't have to say it to your face. They can hide behind a screen, be faceless, and throw all of the most hateful rhetoric that they want and not care. But when you sit down face to face with someone, it's hard to say a lot of what you see online to someone's face. And transferring that belief and that example, you have to realize that, like Corey was just saying, we built our relationship from a personal level before there was ever a policy discussion. Right. You're at events, we're talking, you find out about families and what's going on, and you realize it's hard to hate someone when you like them, regardless of how they vote or what their policies are. And so getting to know people from that personal level and remembering, even if you don't like them, they're a person first. And it's incumbent upon all of us to remember that. Yeah. Elected and not.
Yeah. And I'll say this too, this job is so challenging. If you're in public office, whether you're on the Board of Ed in your local town or city, or you are President of the United States, and everything in between, it is a really tough job. And our families don't ask to do this job. They encourage us, they support us to do it, but they oftentimes get caught in the tailwinds of so much divisiveness and ideological extremism. And that's, I think, a major concern for all of us. Yeah. The safety net in terms of our loved ones and even our colleagues. And I think what we have to do, again, is just always, even when it feels super uncomfortable, it is always the right time to do the right thing. And when no one else in our parties may stand up to want to do the right thing because it's not the popular thing, or they're afraid because they don't know whether or not they'll be targeted or criticized next, we have to make that conscientious decision to say, at the end of the day, I could pass whatever bill I want, I can vote for whatever I want, but if I did not restore morality and character into this space, then all of this was for naught. And I think that those are two, core principles that both Seth and I share, is that we want people to see our relationship and the relationships of our colleagues as a model for others to follow, to say, hey, they don't agree on everything, they do pass good legislation, but at the end of the day, they're respectful to one another, and they will say to people, you're just wrong. It's that John McCain moment where he told people, Barack Obama's not a terrorist, he's a good family man. It's the same thing, and this man has done it for me, and I would gladly do it for him. Because we are in that political space where we have to do that.